Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a beautiful morning. So this is a end of trip summary, what all was done on this little short trip. So I had planned on putting caulking on these stairs, but I didn't get around to it. It'll have to be another time. It's nothing pressing, but it was just something little that I could do on a couple-day trip. It'll happen another time. So upgraded the plumbing here at the ranch. I've got a little RV pump that pressurizes it into this whole house filter. That was provided by Water Drop to try their products out. Then goes into this RO unit up to the smart faucet here. It's very modern, nice. Produces a good bit of water in a short amount of time that's ready to drink. It's going to come in real handy later on when it's a mountain bike ranch and I need to provide water for everyone that's out here of a good, quality. So I was glad to get that done. Let's go to the pond. So if you caught the videos before this, you know that the ranch received some rain finally. Not as much as I would have liked to have seen, but it is a step in the right direction. Bacrocillifolia has got a lot of activity going on around it, like usual. All the native insects really appreciate this shrub. While I was here this few days, I was watering everything, of course. I could spend the whole day just sitting here watching dragonflies come in and out of the pond. We'll take a quick look around all the plants, see how they're responding to me being here watering them for a couple days. This moringa looks a lot happier. It's grown quite a bit since I've been here. We got some baby deal coming in right here. The mother plant is still producing seeds. And got a little bit more water, so it decided to keep going. So if you caught the video a long time ago, I'd planted a bunch of variety of seeds in all these little raised beds. And when I showed up for this trip, I had a little growth in one of them. It came up for one of the rains, little light rains we've had. I'm not sure what this is. Could be Mongolian sunflower, could be a melon. We'll see if it's still alive when I get back in another 2 months, September. No life from this moringa still. I have a feeling this one did not make it. Yeah, that's a beautiful sight there. So I decided to bring out 2 pecan trees that have been growing there at the house to replace 2 that had died. So this trip I got this one replaced. Looks like it's happy. It got some wind damage in the back of the truck on the 700-mile trip out here. The purslins, the garden purslin that sprang up from seeds from 2 years ago, because it did not germinate last year, it just sat there dormant. I've heard the seeds from that can sit there for over 10 years before they germinate. This is another pecan tree that I replaced. This is the 3rd attempt. The very first one had a large root ball. I left it in the pot too long and it had grown a taproot out of the pot. When I cut that to be able to move it, it never did bud back out in the spring. I planted it in early spring before it budded. But the second one was just a 6-month-old tree, and it didn't have enough life to make it with no water for a year. So hopefully we'll have some good luck with these 2. I'm glad to get something planted back in here and hopefully start getting them established. There's also a bunch of garden purslane in here that's growing. A few of the native grasses coming back. Got some buckwheat that sprouted here from some of the seeds that have been dormant. I'm sure something else, once it starts raining enough that water flows down this, will germinate. Got an okra that came up right there. If you caught that video from a couple years ago, I had a bunch of okra in here. There's probably 50 okra trees. This is one of the stalks from one of those. This is one of our pecan trees that's still trucking along. It looks alright. It was in survival mode when I got here because it hasn't been getting much rain. But it's hanging in there. Ground cover's starting to come in. Hopefully we'll catch some rains close enough together that it can get everything kick-started and going. Got a lot better ground cover in here from the native grasses, flowers on the original pecan tree. This one's in survival mode too. It did grow just a little bit so far this year, this grow season. Hopefully we'll get another 1 foot of growth out of it like last year it did, at 30 centimeters. I went ahead and threw a little bit more water right here because we've got a bunch of okra coming up. It's all okra right there. Oh, there's a buckwheat right there. Okra. Okra. Oh, and a lot of native grasses. Hopefully I'll have a little green patch of okra when I get back in 2 months, if it rains. Yeah, if I was here to water this thing, it would be looking real nice down here. There's that snake skin from a ribbon snake that lives here at the pond, eats tadpoles. Beautiful morning. Shame to have to leave on such a nice day. Here's our Mission Texas almond, one of them. After I put this fine mesh on here, it kept the rodent from eating the leaves off of it. I did this 2 months ago. They were looking real good in March when I left, but unfortunately, the rodents ate all the leaves off of them until between the trips. So they would be looking a lot better if that hadn't happened. They're bouncing back though. Looks like a pepper seed is sprouting beside the almond tree. I can't zoom in on it because this 1/4 inch messes with the camera focus. There's looks like a little pepper seed popping up there. I did plant a bunch of pepper seeds down this rock embankment, but it hasn't rained since I did that, so they're just sitting there waiting. There's our other Mission Texas almond. Looks alright. Looks about like that other one. I'm hoping it's putting all of its development into its roots. And now that this is protecting it, hopefully it won't have the stress from the mice eating on it. This is our best looking Mission Texas almond. I've already given them their water for the day, and this will be the last watering for at least 2 months. So hopefully it starts raining some more. This one has groundwater coming in. This is a little higher than that other portion of the pond because it's separate. And most of the water from these rain events was just from this local area. It wasn't enough to really run down the creeks like it does on a heavy rain event. So this pulled here and then spilled over, spilled over into the rest of the pond. There's some damselflies down there. Hopefully this moringa out of these 4 will spring up, and the one on the opposite end. Seeing a good bit of life out of these. Pretty happy to see them push through that old hard surface soil. It's gonna have a bunch of bushy moringa once these all come in. No life signs from this one yet. We'll see if it comes out a little later. And the backrest is looking real good along the edge of the pond. Let's walk right along this edge. I'll show you some of the grasses that are coming back in, the water grasses. Yeah, that is a beautiful sight right there. You can see in all this organic material that's floating in here that was washed in from the last rain. A lot of moths that drowned in it. Little pieces of grass, sticks, a little bit of everything that's buoyant in here. That's going to turn into some good soil a little later. This little stick right here, I stuck in there. It looks like the water's dropped about 1 inch, about 25 millimeters since I've been here for 3 days. There's a bunch of tadpoles down in there. I'm sure the ribbon snake's enjoying them being here. Over here you can see, due to the rains, some of this water grass is coming back in. You won't find this anywhere out here in the desert except for right around water. It comes in real nice and thick. All this will be carpeted with it. I'd like to plant some cattails in here as well. Again, I don't know that they're going to come back. I did have them, if you caught that video, they were starting to establish, but no rain for a year. They died, I'm pretty sure. This grass, once it gets in here, it's going to start catching some of this organic material from this backrest that's breaking down. There was a nice thick batch of grass in here, the hairy grama grass, but it didn't make it without the rain. Yeah, I really like this backrest sillifolia. It's an easy one. You don't have to do anything to it. Also keeps a little green around the pond during the winter time when everything else goes dormant. You can hear all the activity around it. I was glad to have the opportunity to come out here and check on the place. Looks like everything would have kept trucking along without me due to the little rains we've been getting, but still good opportunity to get a few things done. That RO system is going to be very beneficial later on down the road. It's going to be convenient. Glad to get those other 2 pecan trees replaced that didn't make it. Hopefully they'll get established. We'll keep getting some rain, and we'll come back on the next trip here in 2 months. The pond will be full and everything will be trucking along. Well, if you like what I'm doing out here and you want to help speed this project up, there's a few ways to do that in the description of the video. Buy Me a Coffee is one. There's also Amazon. Every little bit will get me closer to being out here full time and making this project go a lot faster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.